Palm Royale Resort Soma Bay is located just 100 meters from the Red Sea, and honestly that proximity is really what staying here is all about. A lot of people think that getting a beachfront hotel in Egypt means you have to go through European tour operators with their package deals, but this place actually has its own direct booking site at Palm Royale Resort. Going direct often helps you avoid the markup chains that can push Red Sea resort prices up by 20 to 30%. The money side gets even more interesting when you think about what Soma Bay actually is. It's a controlled resort peninsula, so part of what you're paying for is infrastructure and security that independent hotels in downtown Hurghada just can't promise. Whether that's worth it to you really comes down to how much you value reliable beach access versus the messier, more authentic vibe of the coastal strips in town. The elite room is 45 square meters, which works out to about 484 square feet if you're still thinking in those terms. That's bigger than a lot of European hotel rooms, but it's not quite the huge junior suite you might find in Southeast Asia at a similar price. The property says these rooms have been recently renovated with elegant design, though without seeing pictures or hearing from guests, elegant could mean different things to different people. What we do know for sure is that every elite room comes with either a balcony or terrace that's actually yours, not shared, not just a tiny Juliet balcony. This really matters during shoulder season evenings when the Red Sea breeze makes sitting outside genuinely nice instead of just something the brochure promises. Having 45 square meters means you can actually unpack everything, spread out your dive gear if that's why you're here, and not do that awkward dance when two people are trying to get ready at the same time in a cramped room. That private outdoor space also means you can air out wetsuits, hang up swimsuits, and let sandy beach bags dry without turning your room into a humid mess. If you're traveling as a couple with different schedules, one of you can have coffee on the terrace and look through photos while the other sleeps in. The renovation is recent enough that you probably won't run into tired grout, lights that flicker, or air conditioning that rattles like older Red Sea properties tend to have. We don't have details on specific fixtures, bed types, or exactly what the bathroom looks like though. It seems like the elite room might be the main accommodation type they're marketing directly, which suggests this isn't a massive resort with 10 different room categories, but more of a focused property emphasizing one solid standard of space and quality. Here's the thing about dining. There's basically no information available from the official website about restaurants, and that's pretty unusual for a resort, though it does happen when hotels work mostly with tour operators who bundle meals into packages sold elsewhere. This means we can't confirm restaurant names, what kind of food they serve, meal times, whether it's buffet or a la carte, or where the bars are. Rather than guess about international buffets or beachside grills that might or might not be there, it's better to just say we don't know. This gap also suggests that if you're booking on your own, you should probably ask about meal arrangements before you arrive, since the website seems to focus more on rooms than on food and drinks. The same goes for pool and beach details. They're just not in the information we have, though we do know the Red Sea is only 100 meters away. That's a 1 to 2 minute walk from the lobby to the water, assuming the ground is flat and there aren't a bunch of garden levels to navigate. Soma Bay is known for calm water that's good for swimming, protected by reefs offshore, but we can't say whether this specific property has direct sandy beach access, a pier entry, or shares beach facilities with other resorts nearby. Same story with pools. How many, how big, swim-up bars, kiddie areas, we just don't know. What we can say is that being 100 meters from the Red Sea definitely puts this in the beachfront category, not one of those second or third line hotels where you need a shuttle or golf cart to reach the water. The official site doesn't list specific activities at the resort, but the area around it has several confirmed spots within 12 miles or 20 kilometers. Soma Bay is a water park in that range, good for families who want more slide options than what hotel pools offer. Big Day's Watersports Center is also within 12 miles, which probably means access to kite surfing, windsurfing, or jet ski rentals, all pretty standard for Soma Bay. Safaga Dock is nearby too, and it's a departure point for livey-aboard dive boats and day snorkel trips to offshore reefs that tend to be less crowded than the house reefs right in front of resort beaches. Tobia Arba dive site is another confirmed location close by, known among Red Sea divers for coral walls and bigger fish, though we don't have specifics on depth, currents, or what certification you'd need. Makati Bay Beach and Makati Waterworld are listed as nearby as well, putting this property within reach of one of the more developed resort areas on the Red Sea. Desert Rose Aqua Park rounds things out, adding another water entertainment option for people who want variety beyond their home resort. The fact that there are so many water parks and dive sites so close suggests this area is really geared toward active travelers and families, not so much people who just want to relax and never leave the property. On Expedia, guests rate this property 8.8 out of 10, which the platform calls excellent. That rating was current as of April 13, 2026. 8.8 is solid but not amazing. It's above average for Red Sea resorts but below the 9.2 and higher scores that mark the top 5% of properties in the area. TripAdvisor gets mentioned in the data but without specific numbers, review counts, or where it ranks among Soma Bay properties, so we can't really compare to see if Expedia's 8.8 lines up or stands alone. We also don't have actual guest quotes to point to specific things people loved or didn't like. Generally though, an 8.8 means the property does the basics well, keeps rooms clean and working, and avoids major problems but might not have the standout features, creative food, or personal touches that push scores into the 9.5 range. It also hints that while most people leave happy, enough guests had issues to knock off some points, whether that's about food variety, how fast things get fixed, or how responsive the staff is. There's a name thing worth mentioning. Official sources and TripAdvisor call it Palm Royale Resort Soma Bay, while Expedia and some TripAdvisor links use SENTIDO Palm Royale. SENTIDO is a brand label some European tour operators use for adult-focused or upscale properties in their lineup. So the two names probably just reflect different booking channels, not two separate hotels. If you're booking on your own, this mostly matters when you're hunting for reviews or comparing prices, since you might need to search both names to get the full picture of what guests are saying and what rates are out there. It doesn't seem like there are actually two different properties in the same spot. Being just 100 meters from the Red Sea and within 12 miles of multiple water parks and dive sites makes this a smart pick if you're prioritizing ocean activities over cultural trips. Soma Bay as a whole is purpose-built for resort tourism, which means you're giving up the authenticity and street energy of Hurghada or El Gauna in exchange for controlled access, reliable infrastructure, and a cleaner, more predictable version of the Red Sea experience. For some people, especially families with young kids or first-timers in Egypt, that trade makes sense. For others who want to eat at local seafood spots, haggle with taxi drivers, and soak up the unfiltered vibe of Egyptian coastal towns, Soma Bay's gated resort setup is going to feel kind of sterile. The closeness to Safaga Dock is especially useful if you're serious about diving, since Safaga is where you leave for trips to Ras Mohammed, the Brothers Islands, and other world-class dive sites that need livey-aboard boats or long-day trips. Being within 12 miles of that dock means you can stay at Palm Royale and still do those excursions without the super early transfers you'd need from farther away resorts. The elite rooms, 45 square meters and private balcony or terrace work well for couples or small families, though without confirmed details on sofa beds, connecting rooms, or maximum occupancy, it's hard to say for sure about family setups. If you're traveling with teenagers or need two separate sleeping areas, you'll want to ask directly about room layout and bedding, since we don't know if the 45 square meters includes a sitting area big enough for a rollaway bed, or if the terrace has furniture for anything beyond standing and looking at the view. The recent renovation suggests that things like in-room technology, electrical outlets, and USB charging ports are probably current, but without specifics on smart TVs, streaming options, or Wi-Fi speed, anyone planning to work remotely should check connectivity before assuming the room can handle video calls or uploading files. We don't have information on spa, wellness, kids club, or conference facilities, so those sections just can't be covered without making things up. For a property like this in this location, those amenities would be pretty typical, but listing them without confirmation wouldn't be accurate. Same goes for policies about check-in times, cancellation rules, whether pets are allowed, or how all-inclusive packages work. These gaps don't mean the hotel doesn't have these things, just that the available information doesn't confirm them. Let's be real, the 8.8 Expedia score tells you that while most people are satisfied, this isn't a perfect property. Without seeing specific complaints or lower-rated categories, we can't pinpoint whether the score drops because of repetitive food, dated public areas, slow room service, or inconsistent housekeeping. What 8.8 does tell you is not to expect the level of attentive service, ambitious food, or design consistency you'd find at properties scoring above 9.3. It also suggests your experience might vary depending on how busy it is, what time of year you visit, and which staff happen to be working during your stay. The name confusion between Palm Royale Resort Soma Bay and SENTIDO Palm Royale also creates a small chance of mix-ups when reading reviews, since feedback might be spread across two listings, making it trickier to figure out what the property's real strengths and weaknesses are. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up, subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our best hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.